Kats, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Kelsi Davies. I am doing a new series on my channel. I hope that you guys like it, and it will be involving Lola, my haunted doll. I'm just gonna be asking her questions. I like seeing her responses. I feel like spirits know things. Maybe they don't know everything, you know, maybe sometimes she guesses or says what she thinks about things, but I think that she knows some things that we don't know for sure. People on my TikTok really like when I ask Lola questions, so I wanted to bring it over to YouTube and do longer sessions with her on here. But if you guys are new and want to know the history of Lola, I have plenty of videos on her. Oh, she's responding. I think she's saying hi. I got my REM pod behind me. I don't know if you guys can see it. Hold on. So I got my REM pod back there. I got my dowsing rods I'm gonna use. Also the Spirit Box app. And sometimes Lola, she'll connect with me directly and I'll tell you if she says anything or shows me anything. Without further ado, I'm gonna be asking my haunted doll about other haunted dolls. Oh, she's excited for it. I'm gonna be ringing up Annabelle, Robert the Doll, Harold, just crazy haunted dolls that are really creepy. Ah, she's ready. Also, if you guys want the Spirit Box app I use, the link is down below in the description. Just be safe, be smart while using it. So first I'm gonna be asking her about Annabelle, which is a super creepy haunted doll. So it's said that back in 1970, a student nurse was given this doll. It was like a Raggedy Ann doll. But once the nurse took the doll home, she realized that it was kind of making things go on in her house. Strange activity started happening, and she got a psychic medium to see if anything was with the doll, and the psychic medium said that there is something with the doll and it calls itself Annabelle. So the student nurse and her roommate, they tried to like make do with the doll. They tried to please whatever entity was attached to it, and it did not work. That's when they called the Warrens, which Lorraine Warren did have gifts, and she knew that there was something very dark with that doll. So they considered it demonically possessed, and they sealed it in a glass case to never be opened by anyone. So let's see what Lola thinks about Annabelle. Oh my gosh, she's already reacting. Lola, do you know who Annabelle is? She does. I've asked her about Annabelle before on my TikTok too. Yes. Does Annabelle scare you? Yes, Annabelle scares Lola. It's weird, whenever I talk about Annabelle, I just have a hard time breathing every time. I don't know what it is. They say words have energy, so I don't really know, but every time I bring up Annabelle or think about it, I just cannot breathe. Is Annabelle a positive spirit? No, she is not. Has Annabelle ever killed anyone? No, she doesn't think so, which is good. Do you think that Annabelle has ever wanted to kill anyone? Yes, that was a really quick yes. Would you ever want to meet Annabelle? Nope, she does not want to meet her. Did sealing Annabelle in the glass case help? Oh. Yes, and the REM pod's going off. Do you think that Annabelle will ever raise havoc again? She doesn't think so. That's good. Her demon. Ooh, that was creepy. Next, I'm gonna be asking Lola about Robert the doll. If you haven't heard of Robert the doll, he is just as creepy as Annabelle. So the story of this doll dates back to the early 1900s, which is kind of around Lola's era. She was born in 1901 and died in 1919. So a young boy named Eugene Robert Otto was given this doll by a servant that worked in his parents' home. Eugene decided to name the doll Robert and was very attached to his new little friend. The doll seemed normal, you know, just an average doll made of cloth, but then things started getting weird when they brought him home. One of the first things that is said to have happened is Eugene, who they called Gene, he woke up to Robert the doll sitting on the edge of his bed, and he had not put it there. His mom didn't move it, like no one touched the doll, but it ended up sitting at the end of his bed staring at him. That's creepy. And then moments later, after the doll was staring at him, Gene's mom heard him screaming, so she ran into his room and found that all of his furniture had been like turned over and tossed. Jean then kept saying, Robert did it, Robert did it. More things kept happening around the house, and Jean's parents kept saying that they kept hearing voices coming from upstairs that did not come from their son. So there was always weird things that happened with the doll, but Jean just kept Robert up in the attic. Yes, I guess that's confirmation. So once Jean died in 1974, a new family moved into the home, and the daughter in the family, she went upstairs and found Robert in the attic. She kept saying that Robert wanted to hurt her, that he moved by himself around the room. So after that, of course, the parents gave the doll away, and the doll is now sealed in a glass case, just like Annabelle. There's theories that the servant purposely gave them like a voodoo type doll, had black magic on it, that made it a possessed doll to torment the family because I guess the parents didn't treat the servant very well or something like that. So without further ado, let's ask Lola about Robert the doll. Lola, do you know who Robert the doll is? Yes, I have asked her about this too. Is Robert the doll a friendly spirit? Nope. I heard nope. Does Robert the doll have a demonic entity attached to it? Yes, she thinks so. Is it true that the doll was cursed before it was given to the kid? Yes, she believes that the servant cursed the doll. Be nice to people, guys, because you don't know what they'll do. I'm getting like a headache. Tapping into Robert's energy, it's too much. Would you ever want to meet Robert the doll? No, should I even ask that question? I kind of want to meet him though, like from behind the glass case. I guess you have to get permission to take his photo if you go visit him, otherwise he will curse you. Do you believe that Robert the doll is capable of cursing people? Yes, and I heard curse. Is he upset that he's sealed in that glass case? Yes. I wonder if like Jean's spirit ever visited Robert to like finally meet this entity. If it tormented him, maybe not. Is talking about Robert the doll dangerous? No, okay, what if she said yes? I'm like, shit. Next, I'm gonna ask her about Harold the haunted doll. So apparently Harold has a long history with many different owners who had to give him to someone else because they didn't even know what to do with them. And all the owners, they had weird experiences with the doll changing its facial expressions, hearing weird voices, and just weird occurrences that kept happening around this doll. And this doll has even been blamed for the deaths of 2 different people. They believe that this doll might even have multiple different entities attached to it because it's so powerful. I couldn't find like the history of the doll, of its manufacturing, like where it was made and why they think that it might be like haunted. So I'll ask Lola and see what she thinks. Oh, she's ready. Lola, does Harold the haunted doll really have multiple entities attached to him?
10.
I heard 10. Yes. I just heard 10. If there's 10 with that little, oh my gosh, that would be insane. Is the doll really responsible for killing anyone? Do you think that it had anything to do with that? I don't think she knows. That was like a maybe, but she's aiming towards yes. That's terrifying. Fire, like it's like the one thing that I feel with this doll. It's like maybe he started a fire or something. I don't know. Do you know how this doll became so cursed or haunted? Can you show me or tell me what you think? I keep seeing like, I don't know, it's weird because I keep feeling like maybe there was a very negative like household or person, like some really bad things happened in maybe one of the households that it was in, and maybe it came from a household. This entity is what I'm feeling, but I'm not really sure. What I'm seeing is like the doll sitting in the house with people screaming at each other. Unless like he caused that. I gotta ask this, Lola, would you ever want to meet Harold? Nope. I feel like maybe one of the entities kind of takes over more than the other ones, and it presents itself like as a male figure. I'm getting nauseous talking about this, and my back's hurting, which is really weird because I read on there that someone, like when they went and saw the doll, they felt nauseous, they felt like they were being attacked, and they had severe back pain. Like I'm like literally nauseous right now. This happened last time too. I just feel so nauseous talking about it. Lola, do you think I should stop talking about Harold? Yeah, she thinks so. Alright, well that's all I got for you guys for this video. Make sure you guys give that like button a nice little tap. Oh my gosh, that was intense for me. Well, that's all I'm gonna do for today. After that, that was kind of a sign to just like just leave it alone. So I'm gonna leave it alone for now. Maybe I'll do a part 2 on different haunted dolls, or if you guys want me to ask different questions about these same haunted dolls, leave a comment below. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Also hit that notification bell so that you guys know when I post, and I will see you guys in my next video.